Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is February 27th through March 5th. Hope you're amazing. We're going to do general, love, and then money and career. So, general, we have the Horse King, assistance, control, and then we have Child Divine in reverse, an ability to defend oneself against negative forces. Okay. You, Gemini, this week are feeling like you are not in full control of your life. This could be your job, this could be your responsibilities, but they're forcing you to make a decision. And it feels to me like it feels as though it's taken away your freedom, or your happiness in some way. It's like you have to buckle down and do something that you don't want to do. But for your stability, I feel like you kind of have to do it. Let's see what it is. Seven of Wands, High Priestess, and the Knight of Cups. It may be for someone that you love, or it looks like it's someone that you love. Yeah, because I feel like you want to be defensive, Gemini. Not defensive in a bad way, but it's like you want to protect your life the way that it is. If you look outside of yourself, I feel like you know you have to do it. That's what it feels like. It feels like you know that you have to do it, but you particularly would rather not. You'd rather not have to think about the other side of things. Okay. Yeah. You're just not interested. It's like you're not interested in the direction at which this is going to take you. It feels like it wasn't a part of your plan. It wasn't a part of what you wanted, and you're sort of defensive about it, in a way. But when you look at the long term, it's like, well, yeah. When you look at the long term, it feels like something you have to do for a job, for a person that you love, that you care about. Yeah, but it's not the direction you want to go in. It's not, but it's like someone needs you. They're going through something, and yeah, it's like they need you. They need your attention, they need your time, they need your energy in order for them to be successful. And it's like, oh, I really don't want to, but I have to. Is what it feels like. Yeah, and it's almost, if you don't, it feels like it's very not self-centered, but more you trying to keep things the way that it would be best for you, but that's not good for everyone else or this other person. So it's like you have to look, like I said, you have to look outside of yourself. Interesting. That's going to hit you where it hits you. I'll say that. Okay. All right. So let's get into love, Gemini. We have reparenting yourself, optimism, and very soon. Your significant other wants to talk to you about some changes. They want to incorporate something new into your life. The problem is this is that general energy coming into this week. I feel like you don't want to do it, but you know that you have to. It's kind of like maybe your whole life you didn't wash dishes, and you'd say, "I'll never wash dishes," and then your partner wants help washing dishes, and you're like, "I don't want to do it, but it is the right thing for me to do." Something on that level and that concept. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups, the Lovers, and the Two of Cups. Yeah. All this is like out of love. It's like making a sacrifice out of love, Yeah, you have your, it's one of those things where you can be comfortable where you are. It's like you're happy where you are right now, you're content. But in a relationship, in a commitment, in a situation where you need to balance or compromise, um, sometimes you have to like make a commitment to something, and that's what this feels like. Um, it's like a test of your commitment, but on a smaller scale, not like something huge. Yeah, it's a chance for you to change a cycle or change something that you've always been doing. And I feel like your partner is telling you because they need help. It's one of those things where they feel like this is a movement they need to move forward, like for you all to move forward, or for things to go in the direction that they wanted to, or that is the right direction. Yeah, it intensifies their feeling that you care or that you're in it, you know. But I do feel like there is a change to how you usually do things, so you're a little bit put off from it. um yeah, you're a little bit put off from it. It's But you got to be realistic, you know, like you can't always not do dishes. Okay. Yep. So this transformation, this change is in your hand, right? It's like it's a time for you to let go, to transform, to move on, to grow in your relationship. And this is your chance to do that. And it really depends on how, like what you're going to initiate. Are you going to say yes or no? This will start the process of what is next. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, so money and career. Okay, so we have nostalgia, focus on the here and now, perfect. Spirals of manifestation, and travel. Okay, some of you may be thinking of going on a trip, some of you may be thinking about changing jobs, but I feel like it's just because it's kind of like going through a work rut or a money rut where you want more, you want expansion, you want to make more money, you want all of these things. Um, and you're like, what do I have to do to make that happen? It's interesting. It's like you're stuck in a like a, it's like you're thinking if I get out of this or if I make these certain changes, then things will be different. But that's not necessarily true. It's like you have to fix what's going on within this spiral right now. So, long story short, stay where you are. Don't quit your job. Don't leave. It's more like you have to work on what currently is happening. Budgeting. It's like focus on the details. Okay, so Five of Swords, Chariot, Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're thinking that by leaving or making some sort of big change, that it'll fix everything. But this is like a battle that you have to fight. You know, you can't run away from it. It's like you need to face what's going on. And I feel like the things that are coming towards you makes you feel like you want to kind of run away or not deal with it, or it feels like sabotage, but it's like showing you that you have the power to make changes in your current situation. You don't have to run away from it. You don't have to like push it away or act like it doesn't matter. um all this energy this week is just about you getting back, like getting your mind back on track and focusing on what really matters. It's like once you fight this demon or fight this issue or deal with it, you'll be recharged, I feel like, for the next month, you know? Okay. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. It's like working with the system. This is a job situation. It's like working with a job. Um, yeah, making the right choices when spending money as well, or how you're divvying out your money. So budgeting. Um, it's like there's smaller things that you can deal with instead of the bigger things. It's like saying, why don't I have a lot of money, for example, and thinking I need to get a better job instead of dealing with how you spend money or your bills. Like maybe your house is too big, maybe your car payment is too much. Um, Making the necessary choices that you need to make. And I feel like this realization is coming for you really heavy this week because it's making you like be in your mind, and it may change your attitude a little bit. Yeah, because you have to deal with it. You know, I feel like you haven't for quite some time, and this is just pushing you to actually deal with it. Yeah. So you could have, I feel like this is hindering your growth, Gemini. Like you could have a better financial situation or work situation. You just need to put interest in it and put the time in it. And don't let your emotions overtake you like, oh, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I don't want to deal with it today, you know? Okay. So I'll see you next week. I love you. Bye bye.